Housewives of Potomac reunion part 1, and Wendy. She really is not letting anybody speak. She is really coming for Gizelle's throat. And she's sitting right next to Andy. Hey guys, it's Rhop. Hopefully you guys are doing well today. Back at it again with another video. If you have not subscribed, guys, click that button. It's daily and consistent content. Let's get straight into this video, baby. Let's get straight into this daily and consistent. Okay, so we have the Real Housewives of Potomac reunion. First and foremost, Nicki Minaj to be doing that video on some Motorola Razr to let everybody know that she's not going to be at the reunion is hilarious because they have no idea. But to come on that video footage with that quality, I don't know why it came in that quality. Like, that to me is very bizarre. I don't know why it came in that quality. Anyways, apart from that, we obviously have the seating chart. Now, Ashley to be right in the corner, I feel like that is where Robin belongs. In the corner, off the seat, on the floor, that is where she needs to be. Because I feel like, you know, at this point, Jamal and Monique have been spoken about way more than her. And she doesn't really add much to the show. She can be embellished on the floor. We also have Candice. Now, of course, you know, I find it interesting because she's obviously going to be lecturing on her bad mouth. Now, Candice is vicious. Candice does have a very bad mouth, and Candice can be extremely rude. I don't think she's one of the best at, you know, reading. She's very quick with it, but she's not one of the best at reading. But she's very quick with her mouth, and, you know, if someone comes at her, she's going to have a response back. And I like that. I think it's entertaining. Now, for Andy to be really, you know, lecturing her on her bad mouth when Erica literally said the words "see you next Tuesday" right in front of him throughout and was very rude, I find to be interesting. And then, of course, you know, when Gizelle was like, oh, well, if Mia would have clocked you, I would have been there like this. So suddenly now, Gizelle is not condoning violence. Suddenly, Gizelle doesn't care about violence. But when it came to Monique and Candice, it was all about stereotypes and issues. But when Mia decides to potentially clock somebody, then it's okay. Understand? Then it's very interesting. Very catch that. Hopefully you guys did. Now, I like Mia. I think she's very confused, but at the same time I think she's entertaining to the show. I don't know, I feel like Wendy was kind of judging her for what kind of surgery she may have had. And I'm like, Wendy, I know you're not judging anybody for the surgeries because you meant this was a whole storyline for you about people judging you for what you've had done. So let's not be hypocritical. I also disliked it a lot when Wendy told me to shut up. You are not the narrator. You are not the host. Please be quiet. This is the first time you're sitting in the first seat and hopefully the last, because I feel like small things like that annoy me. Wendy comes this season, Wendy's a little bit different to me. I don't mean physically, I don't care about whatever she's done, but her behavior wise is as if she's trying to look for that rehearsed read. She's trying to look for that moment and she's trying to be viral, to be cute with it. And it's like, don't come too forced, you know. Calm down. Do not come too forced with this stuff. I feel like she can read well and she has good punchlines. So she doesn't even need to do all of that. She doesn't need to try to do the most all the time. Telling me to shut up was very uncalled for, and I wasn't here for it. And for everyone to be discussing Mia's surgeries and what she's done and everything here, like, we don't care. Like and talking about how Mia's job and whether she's it's interesting. You know, for Candice to say, oh, you know, Mia, you brought your mother onto the show and made her as an example. I do believe that Candice is right, that you can't blame her if her mother relapses because Mia decided to bring her mother on. Much like how Candice decided to bring her mother on, and they're obviously going back and forth as well. So I do agree that you can't blame somebody else for somebody's relapse. But at the same time, I think that Candice should have tread carefully with that situation, given the fact that Mia's mother has gone through a lot of stuff. She obviously gets very emotional because the stuff with Candice's mother and her husband, there's a huge rift there. Now, although that's bad news, of course, for the family, it's good news for another storyline next year. Candice is booked and busy when it comes to that. I do feel like a lot of the storylines around Potomac are centralized around Candice, and I thoroughly believe she should have had first seat last season, and even this season I think that majority of the storylines are surrounded by her, and I think she has given a lot since she arrived onto the show season 3. She has given a lot as a housewife, far more than Robin has given in just one season, and I feel like that needs to be made aware of, because I feel like she does add a lot to the show, guys. She adds a lot. The fashions, it looks cute on stage, and I'm very much here for it. This first part of Potomac reunion was excellent to me and was far better than all 4 parts of Beverly Hills. I feel like it was entertaining. We got the quick, you know, wits and responses. We got, you know, emotions. We just got a lot in this first part. It was a lot to digest. I thoroughly enjoyed it, and I think that if it keeps going this way, which hopefully hopefully part 2 and 3 will, because part 2 is where some reunions go really down. There's a sharp decline. If it's on the same wavelength, then I would think this has been an extremely great season. The thing with Beverly Hills, it was a great season, but the reunion killed it badly. So I really hope the reunion delivers when it comes to this. Ashley obviously going back and forth with Candiace about the size of their foreheads. I thought that was just absolutely hilarious. It seemed that these two might get on next season. I get that vibe that Ashley and Candiace might be friends next season. It would be nice to see that again, because Ashley was the one that brought Candiace on back in season 3. So it would be nice to see them reunite in that way. I know it might sound weird, but I think it would be great for Monique to come back next season to get that kind of Candiace-Monique's storyline. I feel like she won't come back anyways, but I think that it would just be interesting to see. I liked Escala. I feel like, the Ethiopian goddess is going... Not goddess. Let me not say goddess. Sorry. The Ethiopian queen is coming to grace our screens. Literally sitting. And I just feel like she looks great. And I'm excited to see what she says, in the next better half. Gizelle and Jamar and these tax liens. I'm beginning to believe that Gizelle and this whole Jamar situation, she likes to get roasted for it. I don't mean liked as if she's looking forward to it, but what I mean by it is that it pays the bills. She's literally being paid. If there was no Jamal storyline, what would Gizelle be there for, apart from being messy? Her and this Jamal distraction of her being roasted keeps the bills coming in, keeps the checks being paid, checks coming in, the bills being paid, and that she gets to be... I'm sure she gets paid a lot to be there. So she doesn't mind having Jamal as a storyline because it keeps her position on the show and keeps it very well. So I don't think she cares at all. It's nice to see Karen and Gizelle on some kind of, jovial back and forth banterish man. They're not coming at each other's necks this season a reunion, which I think is quite refreshing. But it seems that Wendy is going for the juggler. And she does go in, and I feel like her reads are great, which is why she doesn't need to keep speaking all the time. Like, she speaks a little bit too much in this reunion. I don't know, telling me to shut up just annoys me because it had nothing to do with you. Like, who are you? Like, stop acting like that. It begins to irritate me. But when she was saying... something about Giselle's had tummy tuck, but she never kept Jamal and stuff like that. I was like, I gooped. I screamed, I gooped, I gagged, because we know those reads are coming in through thick and thin. And Gizelle is not one to clap back. She just accepts it. She's a very interesting character. She just accepts it. All in all, I thoroughly enjoyed this reunion part. Hopefully you guys did as well. Comment down below if you guys think I missed anything out, but I think this reunion was thoroughly entertaining. Let me know what your thoughts are, guys. Subscribe to the channel, click that button for daily and consistent content, and I will catch you guys soon for another Potomac reunion review next Monday.